My name is Wendrea Murphy from PVMS Skyhawks News, and today we'll be wondering, how did Women's History Month start? Women's History Month started as Women's History Week. Women's History Month began as a local celebration in Santana Rosa, California. The Education Task Force of Sonoma County, California, Commission on the Status of Women, planned and executed as Women's History Week celebration in 1978. Good evening, my name is Wendrea Murphy, and today we'll be looking at the slideshow Greatest Women of All Time. I am doing Madam C.J. Walker. Madam C.J. Walker's parents were born into slavery, so Madam C.J. Walker was orphanage at age 7. Walker lived with her older sister, Louina, and the two worked in the cotton fields, partly to escape her abusive brother-in-law. At the age of 14, Walker married Moses McWilliams. Madam C.J. Walker received little to formal education as a child, except possibly her family's small church in Delta, Louisiana, where Reverend Curtis Pollard, a black man who had served as Louisiana State's senior during Reconstruction. Madam Walker was the inventor of specialized hair care products for African American hair. She was the distinction of being one of the first African women to become self-made millionaire. Madam C.J. Walker, Sarah Breedlove, was born in 1897 to Louisiana. Good afternoon, my name is Wendrea Murphy from PVMS Skyhawks News, and I'm here with Ms. Hayes. And today I'm going to be asking her 4 questions about Women's History Month. How does Women's History Month shape your ideas about gender?
Women's History Month is very needed, is very much essential in that many women are not noted for their contributions, not only to society but to the world in general. And so Women's History Month has been observed and is observed to recognize women and their important and significant contributions to history. Unlike we always hear about men discovering this or men doing this, but again, women are not really well known for doing things, and so it brings out women and how important women are in the shaping of America as well.
Who is the most important woman in your life and why?
The most important woman in my life was my great-grandmother, and she died in 1996. She's most important because she reared me from birth, and I got to spend quite some time with her even in my childhood, my adolescent years, and my adulthood. And so I feel like that I am who I am and what I am because of her and her teachings.
How would you address the cultural issue that formed the background of the gender pay gap?
Okay. As I guess to address any cultural issues that form the background of the gender pay gap, again, it's been noted that for some reason men are superior, and that is far from being true. And so there are a lot of jobs that pay men more than they pay women for doing the same thing. And so again, to address the gender pay gap, I would think that people need to be more cognizant of women, their abilities, again, their contributions, not the ones that they have already made per se, but also the significant contributions that they continue to make, and that is whether in society, whether in the world, or even in the workplace.
So as the last question, how do you feel about Women's History Month in general?
I think Women's History Month is a great month, and I think that it should be widely celebrated. Wish that there was more than one month, but I think that it should really be noted, and that as a social studies teacher, that many other of my cohorts and social studies teachers will stress Women's History Month, and actually make it open to students so that they can research and find out more information about important women and why we should celebrate them, not just during the month of March, but why we should celebrate them in general.
Thank you for letting me interview you.
You're welcome, Wendrea. It was great. It was a pleasure as always.
I'm Wendrea Murphy. Don't forget to create your own happiness. Go Skyhawks.